Most of us in the English-speaking world believe that in order to achieve anything worthwhile, we must first expend huge amounts of effort. Much of this thinking comes from Darwin's Origin of the Species, a work which has influenced us in the most profound and subtle ways, not least of all because it advanced the idea that competition was a natural and normal part of life. So, it's very simple that if you want to be successful in life, work hard. Our civilization is in a state of ongoing strivings in which control seems to be the highest virtue. As opposed to a control-obsessed society, Taoism revolves around letting go and going with the flow. Mastery of the world is achieved by letting things take their natural course. You cannot master the world by changing the natural way. These are the words by a famous Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu, who around 500 BCE wrote the main book of Taoism, an ancient Chinese belief system which emphasizes harmony with the natural balance order of the universe. At first glance, the act of letting go may seem a form of weakness, but according to the Taoists, by a correct understanding of how the universe works, we can approach life more intelligently and go with the flow, rather than swimming against it. Therefore, the power of letting go is a form of strength that's based on sophistication rather than force. If we are looking to achieve the ultimate power of letting go, then according to the philosophy of Taoism, there are 4 ways to master it. The Art of NonDoing. Wu Wei means in Chinese non-doing or doing nothing. This concept is key to the noblest kind of action according to the philosophy of Taoism. It doesn't mean not acting. It means effortless action or actionless action. It means being at peace while engaged in the most frenetic task so that one can carry these out with maximum skill and efficiency. Wu Wei is closely connected to the situation when we talk of being in the zone, at one with what we are doing in a state of profound concentration and flow. This is why people who find passion in their work and act not for the sake of completing a task, but for the sake of their internal desire and motivation, they are much more capable of achieving better results with deeper satisfaction and peace. The concept involves letting go of ideals imposed on us by our cultural, social, and religious beliefs, which we try to force too violently onto things. Letting go of ideals help us to respond to true demands of the situations, which tend only to be noticed when we put our own ego-driven plans aside. Embrace change. The Taoists believed that the flow of life and its transformations are inevitable. Yet we see so many people cling to their circumstances. In the metaphor of the river stream, they hold on tightly to a branch or rock, afraid to let go because they want complete control over their position. They simply don't trust the universe, and the consequence of this is a rigid lifestyle. They see life passing them by, including many opportunities for positive change, and they miss out on a lot of fun. The living are soft and yielding, the dead are rigid and stiff. Living plants are flexible and tender, the dead are brittle and dry. There are also those who swim against the stream. They are the biggest energy wasters of them all. Perhaps they see honor and virtue in taking an extremely non-agreeable stance in life. By exercising a constant resistance to how the universe unfolds isn't a very efficient way to live, and human history is evident of the fact that people who gracefully embraced change survived much better and efficiently. Not focusing on outcomes. Comparable to the Stoics, the Taoists observed that the focus on future outcomes has a negative effect on us. Focusing too much on the future makes us anxious. Our present endeavors became fueled by a desire for an uncontrollable result, and the more we crave that, the less we value the only thing we have, which is the present moment. Now, this doesn't mean that people that want external things are stupid. It means that when our minds are in the future, we paralyze ourselves in the present. This principle lies at the basis of the flow state that we see in activities like sports, art, and dancing. When we experience this flow state, we are so immersed in the task at hand that we completely forget about the future. It's like the dance dances itself. Letting go of excess. In a society in which status is an ultimate concern, everyone wants to be at the top. Not because it's necessarily the best place to be, but because we have collectively decided that high status is preferable and the low status is horrible. This also comes with a collective pursuit of the former and a collective aversion to the latter. The philosophy of Taoism tells us that a bird that nests in the forest wants no more than one branch, and that a mouse that drinks from the pond drinks no more than a belly full. Today in our society, where almost every person is driven by the life purpose of achieving more and getting more culture, then only letting go of excess can bring about the ultimate freedom in our lives. If we aim for what we need and let go of excess, we prevent possessions from becoming a prison cell, which allows us to travel light. The power of letting go means that we float along the stream without grasping for rocks and branches, and that we cut loose dead weight so we can navigate through life with minimal effort. Do subscribe and hit the like button if you liked this video. And don't forget to share your favorite quote from Taoism philosophy when it comes